Gill, it was a busy October half-term for the New Saints Foundation. Holiday activities running on a few days and a street football event as well.
That's right, Sam. Yes, we were able to restart our usual holiday programme. So we'd come back from lockdown during the summer and managed to negotiate with our funders and our stakeholders, who were all really keen for us to start our activities again. Albeit on a slightly reduced basis, but we ran them in August and July, and now we've run them just again now in October half term. We ran them in Gabowen, Western Ryn and St Martin's for an hour in each location, and also in Oswestry, where we've just started a new youth contract in collaboration with Shropshire Youth Association and Cube Arts. It's funded by Oswestry Town Council, and we're basically providing weekly detached youth work with Shropshire Youth Association, and also holiday activities and a street football session. So the October half term gave us time to advertise that a little bit to young people in Oswestry, and we ran it on the afternoon of the 28th of October. It went down really well. It was a horrendous day weather-wise, but in spite of that, young people turned up and had a great time.
And a story that's been popular in the news recently is the campaign by Marcus Rashford to provide free meals for vulnerable youngsters. That's one of the aims as well for the foundation in the local community, and at the holiday activities that was the case.
It is indeed, yes. I've been very pleased to see Marcus Rashford's campaign. It's really shone a light on an issue that we've been aware of, well, since we started our holiday activity programme between 4 and 5 years ago. We ran them in the first year, and we were just very conscious that people, particularly in rural areas, poverty and deprivation is quite hidden, and people don't want to talk about their situation, but a lot of families do struggle. And we noticed through our holiday provision that we were getting people who were coming along who were clearly appreciating the activities, but were also clearly struggling to budget during the holidays. And people don't go on holiday; they have a day at the seaside or whatever. So after our first year's activities, we negotiated and discussed with our funders the potential to offer free meals with those holiday activities. The funders also were aware of the issues. Rural areas aren't any different from urban areas, but there are just fewer people, and they tend to be slightly invisible, because if you're seen to be struggling in a rural area, the spotlight's even more on you, and so people are very proud, and they don't always want to talk about their situations. So we talked with funders about providing food provision at all our activities for everyone that attended. So regardless, you didn't have to be in receipt of free school meals or anything. You could come along and be guaranteed a free meal with the activities. So they started again in Gabowen, St Martin's and Western Ryn, with the support particularly of 3 parishes, Big Local and Shropshire Council. And it's grown from there, really. So we offer free meals, free lunches. This year they've been takeaway packed lunches, and we were very fortunate during the summer to be supported by Morrison's food store to support that provision. So they provided some of the funding, some of the food, so free fruit, things like that. So it's good.
And we've talked a lot there about the holiday activities, but the foundation is a big wide area of coverage in the area. There's lots more going on. Just tell us a little bit more about that.
Okay, yeah, so if we carry on with talking about food, so we don't only provide free food at our holiday activities, but also at our youth clubs. Unfortunately, the current lockdown's just having a bit of an impact on us, but after when we came back in September, we restarted our youth club provision, and that's running. So we have a weekly youth club and youth cafe in Gabowen, Western Ryn, Whittington. We're also doing detached youth work in Oswestry, as I mentioned before, with Shropshire Youth Association. And we're also we're just about to start a contract with Ellesmere Town Council to provide some youth provision in Ellesmere as well. So it's a big part of our work, very important. Young people's mental health at the moment is really under the spotlight. So our youth clubs are a way of young people getting together in a safe, secure, COVID-secure environment, and also to get some food as well. So they have hot food at the youth clubs, toasties, pot noodles, soups, all sorts of things like that. Yeah.
Obviously, you touched on it a little bit there. The England-wide lockdown has obviously impacted the foundation activities at the moment. Unfortunately, lots of them have had to be put on hold for a few weeks, but the aim is to get them back up and running as quickly as possible.
Absolutely, yes. So we're still in schools. We lost some of our school contracts where after school clubs have finished at the moment, but we are in some local schools, and that work is continuing because of course schools are staying open. But most of our other provisions, so grassroots football has had to be halted for 4 weeks, so that's stopped. We've taken the decision to suspend our youth clubs for 4 weeks, just in the interests of helping to slow the transmission really over this lockdown period. But young people can meet in groups going forward, and we will be looking to restart them as soon as possible. Likewise with our provision for children and young people with additional needs. So all in, again, that's suspended at the moment, but we are aiming to get back within sort of at the end of the 4-week period. So yes, so it's slowed us down a bit, but we're keeping in touch with everybody during this lockdown, and we hope that people will come back and support us again when we restart.